Good afternoon. I'm laughing because I didn't realize it was this dark. Well, boys and girls, let me tell y'all something. Y'all not gonna like me today. So I'm gonna give you 5 minutes while I try to figure out where this damn light is for y'all to know that y'all can leave this video right now. Because I don't know what I might say, but you may not like me. Okay. Let me try to figure out where this light is, because I don't know. To tell you the truth. I figure out it's one of these over here. That's not it. Oh, that's not it. Okay. Let me check this one over here, boys and girls. I didn't know the camera would be that dark. Okay, that's the hallway. Whew, let me check this over here now. That's that, and that's that. Okay. That's the most I'm gonna get. I just found it. I didn't know where it was from yesterday. But this here and that there, I don't know how to turn it on. So we may have to find somewhere else to put my camera. Ah! But I was just in the middle of trying to put this in my sink, put some water, so I could put it in the dishwasher. Like, boys and girls, let me tell you something. I'm gonna leave that. I can't take the sound of the water. Whew. I'm gonna put all of that in there. I'm just trying to make a little head space because this whole entire thing was covered with boxes, bags, everything. So I done broke it down to where now I have a pile of bags that I'm emptying. My pantry is set up already, and then my daughter did a lot of stuff over here. But I kid you not, boys and girls, I don't know what to do with this camera. Hello, Beverly. Oh, that is so nice. Okay, let me try one more time. Okay, with these lights, I don't see any sockets. Any what is this here? That's already up. Okay. Oh, they on. Oh, okay, they on. One, they all on. Okay. Well, that means I need to cut my video off until nighttime. Oh, okay, I got a little better right there. Okay, boys and girls, let me tell you something. When I tell you how ashamed I am that I passed out in this lobby in front of my neighbors, I kid you not, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to be in the apartment for a while before they knew I was unwell. But it was so hard in here yesterday. And let me tell you something. This place I thought was small. This place not small at all. This is massive. You hear me? This is massive. But let me tell y'all something. Mary, I need you to understand that I need to speak to you before the day is over. Please. That's all I'm going to tell you. Let me tell y'all something, okay? Now, I slept right there on my bed. But in a few minutes, I'm about to put my bed up. I'm going to try while I'm here alone. Okay. So I emptied out enough stuff to where, let me see. Okay, let me move this real quick from here. Let's see something. Okay, wait, first of all, let me show you this. Okay, this whole thing was full of boxes. So now, let me just show you. I ended up with another coffee, but I'm going to put this in my pantry real quick. So now this bag has some of my plastic bags that I'm just going to put in this cabinet right here. And then I'm going to be able to take this bag and put it in the top of my closet. So now I'm going to be able to take this and this bag right here, throw it in my garbage. I've been nervous because I'm not accustomed to the garbage system that we have over there. And due to that and me having anxiety, I can't, my nervous system is shot. So this, I'm trying to make a garbage can for recyclables and then a garbage can for regulars. And I don't know which one is which. And I really don't want to ask nobody. So I took my garbage and put it in the garbage in my car. And then I went in the garage and people dropped bottles and all this other stuff. So I went downstairs and I couldn't help it. I just started picking up the trash off the ground, putting it in the garbage bag. I put it in my car. I told my daughter to take it all the way where she lives and just throw it in the garbage. She's like, please, just please. Now, this is going to take me some time to get used to, but I already passed out in front of my neighbors. So, I feel a certain type of way. My ankles are swollen. My ankles are cracking. My hip feels like the bone is broke. My anxiety is up the roof. And on top of that, I keep pissing on myself. Every time I change, I pee on myself again. So when my bladder pill wear off, I just keep peeing on myself. So I'm in the car, I'm changing, but I can't do anything right now because my nervous system is shot. Then I turned around and I did as much as I could on my own for as long as I could, boys and girls. But I asked only one person that I actually needed help, and he keeps saying that he would do anything to help me. You just never ask. So guess what? I showed a picture of everything I was dealing with, and I said I need money. I just need money. That's it. Girls and boys, I had to go through all the bells and whistles of asking where you're going. None of that matters. You're evading what I'm asking you for. I said, I need money. And next thing I know, I get a pause, a wait, all of that. Then after I realized that I wasn't going to be able to get my couch, now I'm going to tell you something. I didn't show you the video because I don't want y'all to be sad to see me like that. But I cut the whole couch up. I sat in that moving truck all night, me and my daughter, because we did not know we couldn't park it. We had nowhere to park the moving truck, and we had no help. Everyone was gone, but I have no problem with that because everybody has to take care of themselves. But I ended up in that truck and it was raining outside. So then by the time I had somebody that would watch the truck, because we had no lock on the back of the truck without even knowing, and no dolly to help. So when I tell you, me and my daughter were over the edge. We became a ticking time bomb for each other. And then I passed out at the chicken place across the street, in the lobby, everywhere else. And my daughter cannot take seeing me like that. So I kept doing everything in my power to get my daughter to go the hell home. And I'm going to let you know right now, if she walks in this door, I'm cutting this video off. Why? Because we have had a blessing. I stopped and thought about what someone said to me, and I asked my daughter to please just let me explain something to her. So we started talking, but that was after the massive explosion in here at 3 something this morning. Why? Because we were both exhausted, but she's trying to help me, and I'm trying to do for myself. So basically, we're fighting each other. So I let her know I know I need help, but I'm in a situation in my life where I choose to live alone for my peace. But I do know you don't want to see me a certain way. I said, but you have to accept me as you know me, or you're going to have to do something else. I said, the decision is yours. I said, but you can't make all my decisions for me. That's it. This food she cooked last night, I ate the food. I told her I couldn't eat the food. Oh, you can't self-diagnose yourself. You have to. So guess what I did? I ate it. just to be easy in the moment. It's still causing a ruckus, but this morning I've been here poo poo, poo poo. Ambulance. I'm like poo poo, poo poo, poo poo. Uh huh. Now you understand why what I'm trying to say to you. So anyway, this place looks a certain way, but it's so much progress that has been made in here because now I don't know if you can see this white cabinet right here. When I was taking the top off, the bottom, I was moving it and that was too much for me and I broke the door. I broke the door to the cabinet and guess what? I freaking wanted the cabinet. You hear me? That's why I wish I would have been able to get a truck and do everything I had to do on my own if I just had the money to pay strangers to help me because now I have the top to the cabinet, but I don't have the bottom. But I was in the shower. My daughter had to put me in the tub. My daughter had to wash me, and I felt a little way, but I took it. I said, you know what, this is what it is. So it is what it is. I'm not well. Anyway, I chose one of my samples today, and one of my samples is that storage rack. Say you go to Home Depot and you see the rack and it's metal. I chose that. I'm gonna go to Home Depot and get a slab of wood to put on the shelves, and then that top right there is going on that. So it's gonna make itself a cabinet with the thing at the bottom. So I did that. Now in my free samples, there's a computer desk, basic desk. I'm gonna get the basic desk. I'm gonna put it next to my table in there, or I'm going to figure out where I want my bed to be. But you might not know. Let me see if you. I'm gonna show you my bed. That's my bed. Now, this is my bed right here. That's my bed. I'm gonna try to put my bed up, but I'm gonna move this over here now. Ooh. And I'm gonna move my shoe. Every few minutes, I have to put on my shoes for some relief and then take them off. So what I actually found was my chair here because my dining table is there and the base of my table is right here. Now, I couldn't find the screws to my table, but I just found them in my coat pocket. So now the screws are right there, but I don't have the Allen key, Allen wrench, whatever that thing is. But I think I may have one in that box. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Okay, wait. Oh, let's see. Okay, let's see. Oh, my legs. No. Nope. No. Nope. Nope. Okay, that's done. There's no putting up the chair. But this is the cabinet right here. I'm gonna put my fan in the closet or next to the closet. Let me try in the closet. Yeah, in the closet. So I lost the Okay. Whew. Now, I don't have the Allen key. I don't know where the Allen key is. But I am going to keep trying, boys and girls. I keep taking breaks. But it's not going to work if I keep taking breaks, boys and girls. It's not going to work. Because if I keep taking breaks, nothing's going to get done. So, I'm going to just load the dishwasher. I rinsed the best I could, boys and girls. Guess what I did do this morning, though? I ordered me a dish set, and it's gonna match my table. What I'm trying to do is get this rug a little further back because I have my cushy mat, for stress under my feet right now. So I want to bring this rug here a little further back so it won't be so much in my kitchen. But boys and girls, I thought this place was small, honey. Nah, sir. This place is massive. When I kept hearing and imagining and watching videos, my head was just so gone that I really couldn't see it. But what I'm trying to do now is find my I don't know where stuff is going, but I have a drawer right here. I'm trying to find my Allen key. And I'm gonna put this coffee in the pantry. And I'm gonna try to get. I don't know if you can see my purple rug. Can you see purple rug? No. Okay. Where you see my dresser is, I want my bed there. And where I have my bed is where I want my dresser. But let me tell you how God is good, honey. I had no idea until after I came in here. Now, when I was in here sleeping, I heard some talking word for word. Let's get that understood. I heard some talking. I'm like, oh my goodness. Now, the lady, when she let me view the apartment, after I accepted it, please get that clearly, because there are a lot of people complaining, like, why do they want me to take the apartment? I don't get to see it. Well, guess what? I didn't need to see mine. Why? Because I needed it for something. I knew I had researched, so I didn't need to see this before I took it. The bells and whistles sound good, so that's it. So if you're one of those people that want to argue about what they're asking someone to help you and then you want to be all particular about what they give you, that's your business. That's not this video, and I don't care about your opinion because I didn't ask for it. I took this with, yes, I want it, and I didn't see it. I didn't need to see it because all the other math that I figured out, I ticked my own boxes. Now, let me tell you something. This right here is the wall to the playroom. Now, I was hearing stuff and I'm listening to conversations. I'm like, oh no, hell no. So I said to myself, this is why she said you're not going to like what you hear over here. But let me tell you something, baby. Let me tell you something. And excuse the terminology that I'm using when I say baby, because I don't baby people like that in human concept. It's just something that I don't know what I'm doing. But I'm trying to get this camera a little further. Okay. The reason why I have to talk to you now is because if I tell you while my daughter's here, she's going to think I'm telling too much people business. I'm not telling nobody's business because I didn't name anybody. I'm just giving you some info about my apartment. So whatever time it was daytime when I was sleeping. I was able to hear this. Now, I'm a grinder at night. Nighttime is my uptime. Guess what? There's a time limit on this room. So guess what? I heard nothing after a certain hour last night. Now, I opened my door and I had something holding the door open so people were walking past and stuff like that. And out of nowhere, these two young people, hello, and I'm like, hello, and they say, I'm so and so, and honey, let me tell you something. I was in heaven. You understand me? It is a different caliber of whatever you want to say. And I don't care. So I was in here and I went to the door and I greeted and I felt so comfortable. One of them said, you know, that she's a parent, she has children, and if there's any issue, please come to me before you go to. And I said, I just want you to know I'm a senior citizen and I'm not well. And it went from there. That's what I call respect. You understand me? That is what you do when you know people and you have a different type of what? Absolutely. Tick your own boxes, okay? So now, I'm in here. This wall where my bed is where my bed is going to stay. Why? Because I'm not sharing a wall with anyone when I sleep at night. So guess what? If I'm up and I hear whatever in here, that's not my concern. Why? Because my concern is when I decide to lay down for rest. That's not a shared wall. That's it, boys and girls. The rest of the story is concluded. So what God provided, amen. And I should have said it that way, so let me correct myself. Amen. But that's why I have to do my own stuff. Now, okay, let's come over here. I don't know what you're going to be able to hear from there. And the blessing is, no one can hear me unless they're at that door. Why? Because that wall right there is my craft room door where my bedroom would be. But now I'm not sharing a wall if I don't have to. People say, you sleep in your living room? Yes, I do. Guess what? After a certain hour at night, lady said, and we all had to sign the paper, 9 o'clock or something like that, no noise, whatever. Child, let me tell you something. If there was a Tootsie Roll that rolled on its own and opened up its own wrapper, I would have heard it. You want to know why? Because I heard nothing else. And then on top of that, the one thing that drove me bonkers is this. If you can't hear that washing machine, that refrigerator, then it would never bother you. I heard this refrigerator from over there, and I'm like, I'm saying to myself, I'm going to maintenance about that. And I'm not a person that goes to maintenance. And then my daughter, she was sitting down just out of nowhere. She said she was feeling like relaxed and everything. And I'm like, so I asked her, and she said, the sound from the refrigerator is soothing. So now I'm like, okay, now I'm seeing something. So she said, well, I have a sensory issue, and I got one too, but I guess you running the water is not yours, but it sure as hell mine. And this right here is not yours, but it sure as hell mine. So guess what? Same situation, different what? Amen. Boom. So now, I can't put my table together, and I am not, no one is above me, so it's a blessing. So what I'm actually trying to do is put down as much rug as I can. Now, I would love to be able to use one rug continuously over the whole floor, but there is just no way I can do it. For one, this is, I think, an 8x10 rug. This is a huge rug, but it's going to have to be for the kitchen. Why? That's how big the kitchen is. So I can't really put it over there where I wanted a couch because I don't have a couch. So what am I supposed to do? So what I'm going to do is this. Now, I don't know where I can put this phone to give you more access to me over there. So I'm going to try right here. If I put it here, because it is wall, you can't see me over there, but over there. Okay, I don't know. My friend is on her way here. She's bringing me 2 chairs. So I want to move that greeting card thing because I'm going to put a chair there. But I'm going to pause this video for a few minutes and start working on my bed so that I could at least be off the floor at night. But I kid you not, if I was able to find some type of platform that would raise me up, I wouldn't even need a bed, boys and girls, because I kid you not, I was very comfortable. But last night, honey, I couldn't do anything but stand in my bathroom and cry. I turned the light off in the bathroom. I sat on the toilet and I just turned my face to the sink and to the counter and just laid down and started crying because I didn't hear one fire truck, not one police car, not one ambulance, not one person screaming at night, not one gunshot. So it was my nerve. You have no idea what that can do to a person's nervous system. And my nervous system is shot. When someone walked past the door yesterday, like I said, my door was open. And she said she was sorry for the noise. Whatever. I said, honey, it beats hearing gunshots. She said, oh, no, no. And she was like, her whole body did the talking for her. She said, oh, no, no. And, just imagine. You can't. You can't. So when I say I'm dealing with some stuff, I'm dealing with some stuff. It's going to take me a long time. And then I kept asking my daughter to please go home. Before I slept in the truck, before she slept in the truck, everything. I was willing to lose everything. Just please go home. I need to decompress. But she was like, I'm not. Now, what am I supposed to honestly say? That just because she curses me out and she's this, and this, I'm supposed to let her leave me when I'm down, when she's trying to hold me down. So I said, you know what? I can't do this. I had to step away. And I said, God, I need you to hold me down because this girl is grinding for her mother. That's all she's doing. She's grinding for her mother. She's showing up. She's doing it. I need you to hold me down. So guess what? I went upstairs and I started puffing the dragon. And I had to find a little piece of poof my daughter had around the house. Because she'd be like, Mommy, you need. I'd be like, no, I don't want to. No, and yesterday I was like, poof, did the video and everything. But I was so angry because I actually was reaching out for financial help from someone that always said they would help me. But see, the dynamics of help is help, but it borders down sometimes where people are not genuinely willing to help you unless you're willing to lay on your back. And when he was at my house one day, I was not willing to. I wasn't, even if I wanted to, I couldn't. I was fucking unwell. That's the bottom line. There was no ifs, ands, or shifts about it. I was unwell. And when I spoke to my medical health provider, he told me anybody who would try to get anything from you in a state like that does not care about you. So guess what? I made it point blank. No access after that. There was no argument. I didn't have no word exchange, none of that. I was physically unwell. So you're saying to me that you care about me, you're saying to me you want to help me, but then I'm unwell. I'm clearly not able to do what you may want me to do, whether you standing for attention or not. I'm clearly unwell. So guess what? Now this morning I get a message, all of these messages. You know what I said? I took a picture of my bathroom. It looks real nice, but it's not perfect. So let me see if this has any charge on it. No. We're not gonna do that. And then I showed the pictures. Now the pictures I showed was worse than this. And then he wants my address. You know what I said? You missed the point when I asked about the money, but I want you to know I'm home now. And I'm well. Stay well. Thank you. And that was it. Block and remove the message. That's all I'm going to do. Unfortunately, this morning when the rising came, something came over me and I realized something. I really can't change my phone number, even if I wanted to change my phone number, because I don't know how to change all the other stuff that's linked to my phone number, and I don't remember my passwords and all this other stuff. So I said, no, we're not gonna move like that. So that's that. It's not. Now. actually trying to do is put my bedroom stuff in my bedroom, my living room stuff in the living room, my kitchen stuff in the kitchen. So that's what I did just now with those things. Well, I get some space to roll out this rug and do my bed, which now you should be able to see my purple carpet. You know what I'm gonna do, boys and girls? Let me tell you. I'm gonna take, for right now anyway, maybe not right now. You see that white cabinet there with the drawers on it? I'm gonna put it on the side of my bed right there where the colorful one is, right there. And I'm gonna move it there so it can separate a small bit of making me feel like I have an actual bedroom. Oh, my daughter stripped Miranda down, comb Miranda hair, put lip gloss on Miranda. Why is Miranda outside with my daughter? Yesterday, my daughter was outside and had Miranda on her back, and people were stopping her to see her baby. Oh, my Lord, have mercy. All right, boys and girls. Whew. Now, I'm going to tell you something I did, and I didn't intend to do it, but it just happened. When I did the moving truck, I gave the man the address. And turn around, I didn't know any better. But since he was the one doing the little stickings in the keyboard, I thought he knew better. So I told him where I was going, plus we were returning back where we were at. So he should have known the miles from there. It turns out he said it was 20 miles. So just to get me here was 31 or more. So the price that he told me was no way going to be the price that he told me doing that math twice. So I was downstairs in the lobby. I had already fell out. I wasn't able to walk. I had most of my stuff at the door. And yesterday was the day I had to be out. So I'm in the lobby 2-something in the morning, snotty nose, crying, everything. So some people came in. Some people came in, and it was whatever. My hands were so cold sitting at that door that they were frozen. But anyway, my friend came in, and he was like, "Are you moving? Is this you moving?" So I said, "Yeah, I'm moving." I said, "But I can't do much. I can't." He said, "Where is your door open upstairs?" And I said, "Yeah," but at the time I was crying, and he went upstairs, got me a bottle of water, came back down. Next thing you know, boys and girls, I kid you not, if I show you the video, you still will not believe the magic that transformed in my apartment. Now, I asked this person 2 weeks ago, could I pay you to move me? He said no. So I thought his help was not available. So I moved and shaken and did everything else. Now, I did pack the boxes the way he told me to for the moving truck, make sure they whatever. But it turns out that when he walked in like 2-something in the morning, he ended up going upstairs to his house, pulling the dolly, going up to my house and bussing it out. Went in the truck, rearranged the whole thing, got it in. I think it was like maybe 2, 3 hours, and he's like, sit. Now, this man has never used a violent word towards me in the entire time that I've known him. But I had already, he saw me a certain type of way, so he feels a certain type of way for me regardless. So that I was trying to help. He said, sit your ass down on that couch. He said, I don't want no help with nothing. Don't help me. So I said, okay, now mind you, boys and girls, that deep freezer is the wide deep freezer. He packed that deep freezer with the main freezer, this freezer, and everything else he can get in there. Even my strainer was in there. You hear me? And he picked up the deep freezer like this to move over and put it on that big square thing with wheels. I'm like, damn, did I just see my husband? Ah! No, y'all can't be having me up in here. Like, I'm like, wow. I'm sitting on the couch. And I'm like, now, he said to me, I see your camera thing. So that meant at that moment he was telling me to do something that I want to do for myself. So I recorded the video, but you did not hear when he said that. But when he did come back upstairs and noticed the couch was cut, you heard that. You heard that. But I kid you not, boys and girls. When I say, oh my goodness. And then he told me he wasn't able to come here. There was just no way he can come here. But he did get the truck done. And then he said to me, why didn't you ask me? Now that part you're going to hear on the video if I upload it. I have a feeling a part of me doesn't want to upload it. But he said, when I said, I asked you to help me, and you said no. He said, that's not what you asked me. You asked me, what could you pay me to help you? And I said no. So now, if y'all were not listening, I could have jumped up then or jumped on his back, because all he was trying to tell me was that he wasn't taking my money. So this morning, a friend of mine, she called me to see what I needed out of my apartment, and she was bringing it, and I said to her, I said, I need you to ask my mother to cash app you. I said, I just need a simple yes or no. I said, please, I can't deal with the rest. I said, but your time and everything. I said, she was like, and went to ask something else. So I understood the room, but honey, let me tell you something. I have something I've been working on so much. I cannot tell you how hard it was for her yesterday to help me, and I knew it. But the only thing she was doing was showing up for me. My mother always say to me that she's so thankful I have a friend like her, but she's not a friend like her. She is a me. But the one thing she cannot take is seeing me and my daughter go back and forth. But I'm just saying to my daughter, go home. And then this morning when my daughter and I sat down, and we were literally on that bed talking to one another, I said, baby, when I tell you to go home, I need you to go home. She said, I don't care what you need from me. I'm not leaving you like that. She said, do you know what's going to happen to me if I... And when she said that, there was nothing else I could say. That was honesty and that was respect. So I said to her today, I needed her to do a few things for me. Only if she had time. That's it. If she had time. So I gave her my little blessing card and said, if you could stop, because I need some coffee, but I cannot find my milk that I got from the Dollar Tree. So here goes that. But boys and girls, let me tell you something. When I tell you my body broke down, and my daughter put me in the tub and she washed me, and I felt so, she said, I just need you to know you need to be cared for. So now I understand, and I really am thankful. So I said to her today, I said, I don't want to disturb you. I said, but it's the cell phone or the TV, but it can't be both. So she just took the remote and turned off the TV. And I told her, although the electricity is included, it's not free. I don't want you to think it's free. I said, because your rent's going to go up. I said, I just moved in here. They're going to evaluate me for a year before they will decide if I'm worthy to stay again. I said, so just please help me, help myself. I said, but I want to follow the rules. That's it. They gave me the big old rules. I didn't get a chance to read it, but I really need to know if it's okay for her to be here while I'm dealing with this stuff. So I said, whether you go downstairs and ask, That's your business. But somebody's gonna ask. Now, let me tell y'all something else. Okay. Ooh! Oh! Ah! Woo! Dang, boys and girls. Did y'all hear that bone? Mm. Ooh, Lord have mercy. Did y'all hear that bone? Ooh, Lord have mercy. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. God provides, baby. Thank you, Jesus. I had fallen on concrete. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Thank you, Jesus. I had fallen on concrete. I'm hurt. Lord have mercy. Mm. Ooh. Ooh. Boys and girls, I'm going to tell you now. This video has come to an end. I'm going to get up and I'm going to say goodbye. Don't feel bad for me, honey. Don't feel bad for me. Don't say nothing sad. Don't say nothing that you feel bad, because I don't feel bad for myself. Because I'm going over there on that side of the room and I'm going to put my dang bed together. If it's the best I can do, it's the best I can do. I can only do what I can do. That's it. And I'm not going to sit down and act like I can't try to help myself. That's it. That's it. That's it. I want to tell you something, but when the cable man came this morning, I was already thinking about something that I don't necessarily like. And in no way, shape, or form will I be complaining. But the man said to me, he said, I don't like the fact that you have to come downstairs and put a key on that elevator for me to get in this building. He said he understands safety, but there's another metric going on. And I just want you to know, everywhere I go in this building, I need a fob on my key to give me access. The elevator is not taking me to the first floor unless I swipe a key across in the elevator. So, there goes that. But I felt a certain type of way when I woke up this morning, knowing that I'm not the type of person that always want to hook, myself to some type of electronic device, if you understand what I mean. But I love the apartment, and I'm so thankful. And it's always a blessing when you can move somewhere for a year and decide if that's where you want to stay. So always count your blessings, boys and girls. You will see me soon. Remember, don't feel sorry for me.